Well, hey guys, welcome back to my another video, and this is my second take of this video because the first one I actually already edited it, but I accidentally deleted it, so I'm making a new video. So in this video we will be talking about the different types of currency substrates. Now, what do we mean by substrate? Well, we are talking about substrate in currency specifically, or banknotes as I call it. Now, going back to the question, what even is a substrate? Well, it refers to the base material used to produce banknotes, primarily falling into three categories: paper, which is mostly made of cotton or linen; polymer, which is plastic; and hybrid. So let's check out first the paper banknote. So we're all familiar with paper banknotes and we've used them a lot before if you live in a country that uses paper banknotes, like for example Denmark, which is my example here. But if you live in Australia, you may have mostly used polymer banknotes throughout your entire life. But this is a paper banknote. It's made of paper substrate, which is mostly cotton or linen. And if you don't know, banknotes are actually made by layers, and there's a bottom layer, top layer, and a middle layer, and within that middle layer they put like the security features of the banknote. So that's really cool. Up next is polymer. So polymer banknotes were made by Australia back in 1988. They made the first successful polymer banknote in the world. By successful, I mean the one that really went through, because polymer banknotes were actually being tried and tested even before Australia made the successful one. So we had this company called TVEC, which was an American company, and they made these polymer banknotes for Haiti, Isle of Man, and Costa Rica. And most of these banknotes kind of failed because the inks were smudging, and maybe it's because of the climate in Costa Rica and Haiti that the banknotes, I guess, didn't really work. And that's actually kind of the problem until now. Cape Verde or Sao Tome and Principe had to revert the polymer banknotes back into paper because of the climate there. So the notable difference in polymer banknotes is that you have these clear windows over here, and when I first saw polymer banknotes for the first time, I was like, oh cool, I love how it looks, and the feeling is different. It feels plasticky, obviously. And I've had this banknote for at least 3 years now, I think, or 4 years. I've had this since New Year's Day of 2023. And then we get to the hybrid substrates. So we have this one and this one. So what's the difference between these two? Well, if you see here, you may have seen this from a previous video, by the way. If you look at here, you can see there's a clear window here, and only a bit of countries that has hybrid substrates do this. So one of the examples being Bulgaria, who by the way pioneered the technology back in 2005, had a clear window. But it's not really a clear window. It was more of like a holographic strip, but then there's like a cutout in the paper, and then they put that over there, and the holographic strip was made of plastic, was polymer. Now, how are these two even hybrid banknotes in the first place? So what they do for these to be a hybrid is that, again, you know that banknotes are made out of layers. So there would be 3 layers: paper at the bottom, polymer in the middle, and paper again at the top. And that makes them durable, very durable, since they have 3 layers and there's a polymer layer in the middle. And this one has incorporated some polymer banknote features into the banknote itself. And you can see these triangles over here. When you touch that, it feels plasticky. So there's that. And when you touch this, it feels plasticky too. And the banknote itself just feels different, you know. It feels much more different from normal paper banknotes. So if I touch this, it feels quite rough. But if I touch this, it feels quite smooth. So yeah. Anyways, that's the video for now. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed this video, learned something new, and hopefully I won't accidentally delete this video once again, because I spent like, well, not really a lot of time, but you know, I spent putting a lot of additional information the first video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.